What's good out there, everybody? What's happening out there, boys and girls? How y'all doing on this Tuesday? Hopefully everybody's having another good, fantastic day. The weather's fantastic here in Atlanta. And so I just want to pop in. I told you guys I'd be visiting every day to kind of just touch base with you on whatever's going through my mind. So I hope you all tune in for tomorrow's episode of Real Talk for Real Men, where we're going to be, the topic's going to be Man in the Mirror. We're going to be talking about an introspective look at ourselves, and I think that's such an appropriate topic when we consider so much that's going on. A lot of times we don't pay enough of attention to ourselves. So without giving too much of it away, please join me tomorrow night at 8 o'clock live, which is my normal time on Wednesdays and Saturdays, when we're going to be talking about the man in the mirror. So I think it's going to be a fascinating conversation. I invite my regular panel to be active and participant as usual, but I want to see some new views, some new viewers. So if you haven't already, if this is your first time coming across me, subscribe to the channel. It's called Real Talk for Real Men. It's an opportunity to become an active participant in some of the most fascinating conversations on Wednesday about more serious things, and then have a little fun with us on Saturdays, where we do things like play games. We have an all-male panel sometimes. We ask questions of females. We do a lot of interesting things to keep it fresh and keep it new. So I'm looking forward to you guys joining me this coming Wednesday. But this Saturday, I have a special treat for everybody. I'm going to have live in person in studio with me. I am going to have a psychic advisor. So we're going to have some really great conversation, around her amazing abilities. And she's going to have it. You'll have an opportunity to call in live, get live readings about your relationships, about where you are at this point in your life. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys. But I want to talk about something really quickly. You know, we're nearing Biden's 100th days, and there's so much going on in the world right now. But guess what's trending? Probably more than anything else right now. Kourtney Kardashian. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, we all know the Kardashian family. Um, they're a part of our national side. At this stage, they're probably a national treasure. They're probably the number one family in America. And I've always asked why. Dave Chappelle, famous comedian, probably the hottest comedian on the planet, a living legend. He told a story in one of his stand-up specials where he talked about what it means to be famous. And in this particular stand-up special, he was talking about Bill Clinton, getting head from, the young lady. And he said he never knew what it meant to be famous until that incident, because somebody could give you head and they become famous. You want to know how famous the Kardashians are? With all of the things that's happening, the Chauvin trial, and we got two or three more current shootings and things happening in politics and all around the world. Let me show you, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I want you to see what's important here in America. And I want to talk to you guys about celebrities just really quickly. So I'm going to share my screen, and I just want you to see this story that's trending right now. This is what we're talking about. And we're going to talk about it afterwards.
Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker are enjoying a heavenly getaway and packing on the PDA.
I think keep it fresh, keep people interested.
The couple's latest getaway appears to be the exclusive Amangiri Resort in Utah. The mom of three shared this flirty pic to Instagram on Monday, Travis holding Kourtney with her legs wrapped tightly around his waist. They're passionately smooching. Oh, and we should also point out that he's shirtless and Kourt is slaying in a teeny white bikini. The caption, quote, "just like heaven."
This is such a dream come true.
The pair shared more snaps from their Utah escape on their Instagram stories. The Blink-182 drummer posted the back of Kourt's head staring out at the rustic beauty, while Kourt gave us a closer look at their private backyard, complete with a tub and telescope.
I love it.
They also shared the tour bus they arrived in, Court posting this video from inside, watching her sister Kim Kardashian's favorite show, Bridgerton, in bed.
That is what happens.
When one is angry.
When one burns for someone who does not feel the same.
You burn for me.
You guys
And
excited
get
yet?
this, Kravis is into sexy Scrabble. They both posted snaps of the friendly word game, Travis making words like X and orgasm, while Court stayed on brand with vegan, girl, and O.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Kravis's Utah vacation.
I'm going to stop it right there before I throw up in my mouth anymore. Folks, skinny white girl who's famous for doing nothing because of her family's last name, and they're in some vacation spot in Utah of all places, and Entertainment Tonight is highlighting how this is important, that they're playing Scrabble and they're hugging each other and looking out of their backyard. And this is what constitutes as news. This is what's taking up time as news. Folks, I get that we need some form of escapism. I promise you I do. You know, for over a year, we've all been cooped up inside of our homes due to the pandemic. It's changed the way we do things. But if you're telling me that this is the best we can do to escape, to come up with, to talk about some skinny white girl and her tattooed boyfriend in Utah in the backyard playing Scrabble, and you're turning this into a new, and we're supposed to give a damn about this? This is what's wrong with our country right now. This is exactly what's wrong with our country right now. That we use valuable airtime to talk about this level of foolishness. And this type of foolishness is shown on Good Morning America, the Today Show, and everything else. But we don't talk about anything important anymore. And so you want to talk about the importance of celebrity. That's the one thing that the United States has over everybody else. Here in America, we don't invent any things anymore. We don't make anything. We don't invent anything. We're not first in anything other than celebrity bull crap. That's what we're first in. That's what's homegrown. That's why Meghan Markle and her husband want to live here in America instead of doing the responsibilities of what they signed up for. They want to be famous because that's what America does well. We don't do shit. We sit around and we talk about some girl and playing Scrabble and oh, it's going to be famous and everything. And that constitutes as news. We've got to do better. And I have nothing personal against the Kardashian family. In fact, I think what they do is flat out gangster. It's the most gangster stuff I've ever seen. That they've held hostage our attention for over a decade when they don't do anything. And I ain't mad at anybody for making their hustle, but my God, this is what we're talking about. Her dating some guy, and this is actual news. Meanwhile, there are far more important things to be talking about. So we don't talk about the homeless. We don't talk about child abuse. We don't talk about sex trafficking this way. But we'll spend an inordinate amount of time plastering this all over the place. Kourtney, bravo, sweetheart. You know, you're not even that attractive, but that's just my personal taste. But you guys have successfully been able to make the world think that you are important, and it's made its way always to the highest level of entertainment. And then meanwhile, the powers that be, they're okay with this. But let them talk about something that's important. Now you want to blast that away. You want to block that from TV, things of that nature. This is just one man's take.